Hi, Dav here, and today we have a new episode in the art review series, and today we'll be checking out the work of djinnbox. So I found this artist via Instagram. I think they do both traditional and digital art, because I think this one may be done digitally. Not sure. Because there are some pages here where it's clearly where they're taking a picture of their actual sketchbook. So, but what's cool is even if it's done digitally, it feels and has the vibe of a traditional painting or sketch. Again, I'm not sure. Maybe it is traditional. I'm not. You know what? Maybe it is digital. Who knows? But I do like the vibe. I think this is a fan art of the avatar Navi sort of creature or humanoid. I actually saw like a short clip of James Cameron talking about like this whole Navi concept. Apparently, they did design it to be attractive to the point where they wanted the viewers to sort of want to be the Navi. So it's not by chance. It's by design that these Navi people are, attractive. Very tall, very small waist. But look at apparently this page of theirs, it's the Djericho's Doodles, or this page of djinnbox or Djericho Doodles. I will link the page, by the way, in the description below. Is a doodle page. I believe I briefly saw their main account, but I think I prefer the Doodles way more. Just because it's sort of my vibe, especially this sort of inked look. It's almost as if they're painting with inking with a pocket brush pen. I also like the textures of the background. Again, it's like a paper texture. It really gives off that natural vibe. Very cute, very kawaii. I think they have previous sketches where this one's different. Where we'll go to this one, to these ones eventually. Let me go back. djinnbox. It reminds me a little bit of the inking or the way the lines seem to flow. There's this comic artist named, oh my god, I'm forgetting their name. Very fluid sort of inking as well. Very dynamic, organic. Damn, I'm forgetting their name. I think they're based in Abu Dhabi or Dubai. Oh my god, it's so embarrassing. Maybe one day I'll remember it. But you can tell they did, they had to sketch this beforehand because the inking is so clean. I've tried doing this sort of style, but it just seems to... Wait, the creature behind this character reminds me of that pink blob thing from Treasure Planet. The sort of floating blob. With the massing of it. It does not have arms in the show, but you can remember like the face, like these eyes and the short sort of nose. If you zoom in, they kind of look like I'm kidding. Anyway, right? Pretty cool. As much as even though I can't do this as well, I still like looking at these. Like this kind of inking style where it's just clean and smooth and elegant. Like it fits so well with like marketing art. Like you would see this in like shirts, posters, wallpapers. It's so ready to be spread and shared online. I actually like this look. If you look at the black inks here, I like this sort of natural difference in the strokes, because if it's all black, it can make things easier to read because it's so clean. However, because I can't see the strokes, it feels like something is taken away. Readability is given, the quickness of like it's easier to understand things. If it's just black, it looks very graphic. So for example, if you're doing sequential art, it's just an easier read. Like you don't have to, there's no nuance. So everything is just like direct. However, you sort of, when you don't include like these variety in terms of values, even within the blacks, I feel like you lose a little bit of that artistic touch. The downside is sometimes when you have stuff or a style like this where you show off these grays or these dark grays along with the blacks, sometimes you linger a little too much with the page. so it can ruin like the flow. Like it's too good to be in a page, so it can ruin like the flow. That's the only downside I can think of. But look at the way it's inked. Right, very thick, very thin. It doesn't feel like they're using a felt tip pen or a tech pen. It feels like they're using a pocket brush pen or an actual brush. Because back in the day, you had no pocket brush pen. It was all just like a paintbrush, a very fine, small paintbrush. And the way the face is drawn reminds me a little bit of a maybe Yoni Yamamai a little bit. Maybe the hair as well, like the fluid sort of back and forth strokes. But again, as much as the lines sort of go back and forth, it doesn't feel wasted. Like nothing seems extra. There's sort of a cleanliness to it. Look at that. Right? Now in this case, they did it, it's different from this where the base is blue. Like the actual Navi. This one is, it's still a fan of the Navi, but the marks are where they left the base color is white. I mean, you can still get the vibe, like the nose, the ears, you can sort of tell it's based on that Navi sort of world. Have you seen a Navi with like buns? I don't know. I think I saw a comment here and there of how this was like inaccurate, and I'm like, dude, sometimes, not all. Like if it's fan art, obviously people will change it to their liking, right? For example, if they have more of an anime-esque face, they're gonna make the face a little more anime-esque. Like it's not gonna be directly exactly like the thing. So a little bit of the artist is obviously going to show themselves in the fan art. And that's why fan art is fun, because you can sort of see how other artists interpret the same thing. So whenever I see comments like, oh, it's inaccurate, and I'm like, dude, can you do you have a brain? Obviously we wanted to see there, you don't have to agree with it, but the whole correcting thing, actually the notes is supposed to be, and oh dude. I'm sorry, I'm ranting now. I do like the choice of darkening the background. It really helps bring out the character a little more. Sometimes it can become messy, so I think it's better to do this digitally because you can always adjust things, right? But it does help. Ooh, look at the outer line here. You already have a bold line, right? For the contour line of the body, but you also have like a white space, a white line. Because if it did not have that white line, that outline, it's gonna blend too much with the background. It's not bad. Like the skin is white enough that you can sort of get where the body is. It just has a different vibe. It's very Art Nouveau-ish. Oh, there's a bit of gray here for the shoulder, for the cheeks, the nose. I'm guessing it's supposed to indicate blush. Instead of using red, you can use just the gray. Why are the ink so nice? Oh, I like the earrings. I'm not a fan of the hole only because it's permanent. Like anything that's permanent, I'm just scared. Like the earrings below is a little bit more okay, but I do know the higher up you go into your ear over here, it's just gonna be harder. Like you have harder cartilage or something. So to me, I associate that with pain. This one, things can just go inside and out, and I'm like, I mean, you do you. I'm just saying that it's kind of scary. So she's like, oh, she has like a choker, you know, to. It's interesting. It's like it's an aesthetic, but you associate it with like dogs and cats, pets, basically. Yeah. I want to remember that guy's name who has a similar like style in terms of inking. They're a comic book artist. Oh my god, it's so over. I think they're Filipino, based in Abu Dhabi. I'm forgetting. I did an art review of their work in the past. Mary, oh, I love how there's a bit of a bleed in the end. very art. If it's just one solid line, it's okay. But because of that slight variety in the endpoints, it makes it feel a little more natural. Like those bleeds in the ends. Oh, look at the texture in those edges. Ooh. Rare. Ooh. I love the flowers. You see how for the sunflowers or flowers here, they chose to approach it via negative space. So instead of drawing the outline, maybe they did in the beginning, but the way they colored it in the end, the black is making the yellow pop out. Right? Very smart. Because if you make the background line like in this manner as well, it kind of takes away the focus from this girl. So you want to make the background less liney, less contour lines. Yeah. Wait, this one has a little more hatching in it. I mean, this one does have a little bit of hatching, but they're using the same brush, like brush pen kind of vibe. And this one is like a tech pen, like a typical inking pen. And notice how if you look at the black fill-ins here, it's pure black. A little bit of minor texture, but it's pretty much close to black. So this one, you can still see a little bit of that variety. I like the eyes though. I mean, everything but the eyes. The way it's like hatched. The hatching goes around the pupil. Very smart. Yeah, this is what I've been what I mentioned earlier. Some shots are from their actual sketchbook, so they can actually like do this traditionally as well. I think they're using a pocket brush pen, some kind of or marker. Who knows? I think last I checked, this is supposed to be like a self portrait. Maybe. Do you see the ink bleeds or the alcohol marker bleeds? That's kind of the downside. I know there's appropriate papers for alcohol-based markers, but I'm just not a fan of the bleeding because it's like a wasted page in the back. Interesting. Look at this. Right? It looks so clean. I think it's supposed to be zombie Iron Man or something. Look at those inks. They really love I love the blacks paired up with some, saturated colors. It really helps contrast. I mean, look at this. You see how even if they're using a brush pen, because it's so black, it kind of makes it look more graphic. Like it's like vector art in a way. The shrimp dude reminds me of the creatures from District 9. I've been seeing a lot of videos lately. Sorry, on TikTok about that movie. I'm not sure if there will be a sequel, maybe not, but I did enjoy the show. Look at that. Black inks. I think these are alcohol markers. Rare! I like it. It's a shrimp in a suit. Can you imagine if shrimps were this big, or prawns, or lobsters? If they were legitimate humanoids? Or they're as tall as us, as smart as us, they would be so freaking freaky. I wouldn't mind though. Having a shrimp girlfriend. But it would be sort of unethical because I like shrimp, so shrimp fried rice, so I'm not sure if she would like that. Do you see these streaks? I like it when you leave it in. Because I know artists who do things traditionally. They will scan it, but they will amp up the contrast to the point where every streak here that you can still see, like the lighter gray stuff, it kind of disappears, and it's intentional for it to be that way. It's okay, but I just like the manually doneness. Is that a word? Of it? It just feels more naturally done, and it's like natural texture, right? It makes your page look a little more interesting. Some original characters, maybe. Look at that. Right? It's all black and white, some grayscale, but you add that extra bit of saturated color, just one accent color, it just helps. It's not even in the character, it's behind the character, but it helps. This one is within, this one is outside of the subject. Look at this, a very, oh, do you see the streak marks? It's based off of this burger, right? Look at that, oh, that's so cute. It reminds me of a story. It's a real life story of myself. I was trying to draw a burger. I think it was, forgot the burger place, Whataburger something. This was in Dubai. And I was trying to draw the burger in ballpoint pen. I believe it's blue ballpoint pen. And I remember this waitress. She saw what I was sketching. So she asked, oh, what are you sketching? And I was like, oh, I'm sketching this burger. And then she was like, oh. Now, if you don't understand it, it wasn't like she said oh, only because I could tell with her face she was kind of confused when I said burger, and she compared the burger to my drawing. She didn't really see it, so it kind of demotivated me from doing real life sketches. So that's why I stay in my room all day. But anyway, that's a good story, a good motivational story for 2026. But clearly, this is a way better sort of example of drawing from life. It's a burger monster, right? Anyway, look at that. Reminds me a little bit of the way the subjects are proportioned. Max, M-A-X space G-R-E-C-K-E. If you look at their work, they kind of have the same vibe. Like they exaggerate the forms a little bit. Raul Moreno Coslado as well, maybe a little bit. Hopefully I'm saying that name right. Look at that. Yeah, my favorite piece would be this recent one. Oh my, she's so attractive. Like, hello. I'm kind of tired of the whole, because in the Avatar films, right, it's the guy who's the human being who becomes the avatar. Like, why can't, I mean, there's a girl version, right, of the human being, but it's still different. Like, I want a Navi guy with a human chick. How about that? I mean, the height difference would be insane. Like, you don't even have to transform or like inhabit a Navi body, right? Because I think the Jake Sully, the human, it's really supposed to represent like the whole imperialistic thing, you know, basically a glorified version of the US, which is fine. You know, there are plenty of stories. Like, I just want a little bit of diversity. Why not make the ethnics, the Navi, especially the dudes, have a bit of you know, human puss, you know, human puh, right? Okay, I'm gonna stop the art review here. Anyway, that's it for this review. I do like how the shadow of the hair is super black, right? Very filled in. And then you see these sorts of, and not random strokes, but individual strokes. It just makes it look more filled up and varied. You can still hatch with a brush pen. And to me, it's gonna look a little bit better in a way, because you could still change like the size rather quickly. You can go from very thick to very thin. If it's just a tech pen, I mean, it's not bad, but it's definitely a very toned down effect, and you need more. Like, if you have hatch lines like this, you need more of it. But if you have hatch lines that are, you know, that can go to this level of thickness, you can do less of it actually, because it doesn't take much to fill up a page. So anyway, I'm gonna end the art review here, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.